All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the Roll podcast live. It's Kwame and your boy.
Lonzo, what's up, guys? This first ever live episode, bro.
Yeah, it should be interesting, man. Anything happen? If you guys are new to the podcast, we like to just talk about usually MMA, jiu-jitsu, stuff like that,
All of
fights,
it.
everything, man. But yeah, the you got the UFC. What UFC are we on now? 310? Is it 310?
310, 310.
310, man, which is actually a pretty stacked, I don't know, pretty exciting card for me. Like
Yeah,
at first
dude.
I was kind of like, whatever. But
Right.
then like the more I started to really like look into it, I was like, damn, this card is interesting, man. Um shit. Let's start talking about from the top, dude.
Shavkat.
Shavkat Rakhomedov versus Ian Gary. And you know what, man? Like you've been sending me a lot of Shavkat stuff, and like
Yeah.
I kind of wasn't like a big believer in him. I seen him with like coming out with the Eagle and stuff. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's tight.
that's cool. But then I really started looking into like all of his fights and stuff, and I was, I'm becoming more of a fan, dude. Like I said, like you talk to me. I like the characters in UFC. I like the story, you
Mhm.
know, coming from Kazakhstan. I can't even say
Kazakhstan?
Asian
Yeah. It's like
country
Asian,
or
Russian. It's like a mix.
Rush.
I remember some girl in high school gave us like a presentation on
Mm-hmm,
Kazakhstan, and it's really cool, man. It's like really modern
mm-hmm.
at certain areas, but you got people like Shavkat who are straight up from like the wilderness, man.
Yeah, and I was looking into it, and he comes from a long history of like fighters and stuff, warriors, and he's like really into that culture, his culture, which I like. When people are into their culture like that, and they keep it alive.
Right.
You see them playing these crazy. He's like, "Oh, what's your favorite sport?" I don't even know what it's called, but they're on those horses.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've seen that clip.
I've
Looked
seen
pretty
that with.
crazy. But anyway, man, about this guy, dude, he's a great. From what I got when I watched him, dude, I literally watched all his fights. Like I went
Really?
through, I went to a bit because I watched one. I was like, damn, this guy's exciting fighter to watch. So from what I got from it is like he's a great striker. I like his submissions. The guillotines are freaking clean. You know me, how I feel about guillotines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude,
do.
love me a good guillotine, bro. You know what I mean? He those shits are clean, bro. He went through a lot of people too, like a lot of finishes, man, which I've noticed. He subbed Geoff Neal, rear naked choke in like I think it was like the third round. And it was just like it wasn't super clean where
Right. I remember that one.
he kind of just got it, bro. He
He
got
just went for the kill, bro. And that's like you don't see that. I mean, you do see it in the UFC, but it's just like he's ready to kill the person in the octagon. He's an absolute savage.
yes.
So it's just I did see that submission, and I kind of just went through the highlights.
Yeah.
And dude's a savage, bro. Like both these fighters are undefeated too.
Yeah. And okay, so guillotined, rear naked choked Geoff Neal. That was
Neil.
that was clean. And he had some KOs too early on.
Yep.
But yeah, man, what are your thoughts on Shopska? Because I know you've been a fan for a while. You've been watching him, and
Right.
you know,
I enjoy the characters as well, but it just feels like there's a difference between the people who like really are about that life. It doesn't seem like he's really trying
yeah,
to put on a front. Dude's talking about how he enjoys eating horse meat and just like
that
it's
was
like
wild.
really it's like super just it's new to the sport, to the UFC, seeing these guys straight up like embrace their heritage and culture, which is dope to see. A lot of people try to act different on the camera, and they're put this
Mm-hmm,
personality, and a lot of it works for these fighters, but some
mm-hmm.
people like Shavkat just need to be them, and then they kind of just embrace it. Got an ego on their back, on their shoulder, and it's like, bro, like that's dope. And I just like watching people like that who just embrace it. And
Yeah,
Ian Machado Gary is also undefeated too, and he kind
yeah,
of plays that character role where he talks a lot of shit. He
yeah,
talks he talks the stuff on the mic, but he's not going against no scrub on this matchup. So that's why I think it's a really good main event. And plus, like all that stuff got mixed up with the main event, like the Ian Gary Joaquin Buckley fight was going to happen.
mm-hmm.
Bilal was supposed to fight Shavkat, And
Mhm.
the UFC just figures out a way how to just like put things together, and it's like you really can't expect what's going to happen. So I think that's some of the cool things about the UFC too. It's just like we could hope for all these matchups, but we don't know until literally when the fight starts, because you start seeing people pull out of fights, they get sick, they
Yes.
don't make weight, and it's like you get Dan Ige in there, just like 3 hours notice. It's like, bro, like where else do you see something like that?
True. They pulled it off, man. I mean, they did that very well. Ian Gary, what I like about him, I know he's like a hated fighter, just for like a lot of outside things, the Machado, the name and all that. But beside that, I was just looking at him as a fighter. He said he's trying to be like the next Conor McGregor. Obviously, he does have that knockout power. So I've seen him knock people down, beat them up, and also I've seen him. I heard there was a really good fight I saw with him and that was this Asian fighter, Yadong, something
Song
Song
Yadong,
Yadong.
yeah.
Dude's Song Yadong's a beast too, bro. He hit him with the hard left, I believe, and knocked fucking Gary down, had him in trouble. And the only thing Song Yadong did badly, he should have gave him the space and got some more space and went for a kill, but he kind of was just clinching him anyway. So yeah, he's been hurt. But see, Ian Gary, a lot of his fights went to decision, bro. Like his last 3 fights, I think it was Venom Page decision, Neil decision, Magny decision. So I'm just like, I don't know.
I
So
don't know, man.
Shavkat's been ending people, man, killing
Right,
motherfuckers,
hasn't he ended every fight by knockout, or am I
or
wrong?
some
Or
kind of
did
guillotine or submission.
it's submissions, right? Just like ended
Yeah,
the fight before. I'm
he
not
ends the
sure if
fight. Yeah.
definitely. So
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying when it comes to probably it's probably going to be a tough fight for Ian Gary. I'm sure Shavkat's the favorite, but definitely going to be entertaining to see because that Ian Gary and Michael Venom Page fight was the first Machado Gary fight I've seen. And it
Yeah.
wasn't like a dominant win. It wasn't just like, he did his thing. Like he took MVP's back and he was able to put him in some like submission attempts.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what got him the win because he had a lot of back control. And
Yeah.
but you said you saw all the Shavkat fights. So do you feel like he's able to just be a dominant like fighter on the ground? Because I haven't seen kind of the grappling exchanges just because I haven't watched the fights.
Yeah, I know he has some strong ground and pound going there, and I know he can take people down. He's got that sambo. Damn, as far as like really, I feel like he'll be all right on the ground, man. To be honest with you,
Right,
like I
because
seen
Ian
him on the
Gary,
ground. Yeah,
he trains at a Shuto box. You think he trains with Oliveira and them over there in like Brazil?
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's getting that authentic jujitsu. So I'm sure he could do his thing on the ground. But Shavkat, I'm sure he could be a threat as well. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting fight. To be honest with you, I'm wondering like what Ian Gary's strategy is gonna be. Is he gonna want to take him down, or we'll see. But hey, man,
Yeah,
Shavkat, he's got some nice kicks. Ian Gary also got some crazy ass kicks too. So it's gonna be a good fight. It should be.
for sure.
I know Shavkat's gonna want to engage. That's why, because MVP is different. He's kind of like that point fighter.
Right,
Wasn't
it's
he
a
like
different
some
style. Yeah,
Taekwondo
Taekwondo. He does
strike?
like
Come
a lot of
back.
competitions.
Yeah. So Shavkat's, like you said, he's a killer, dude. He's gonna try to get the kill. So it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a good
It's gonna be a
fight.
good one. Who do you think is gonna be a better matchup for Bilal after we see the winner for this?
Damn. That's gonna be tough, man. I would like to see the Shavkat versus Bilal.
Hell yeah.
But damn, either way, it's gonna be tough, man, because Bilal just, pin you against that cage, take you down. But it would be interesting to see.
For sure.
I don't know if Shavkat is getting any. I don't know. He should start training with some high level wrestlers. It's kind of hard to say, man. These guys coming from these mountains, you really don't know everything. Like this guy, who's this guy? What if he's not even the best one from where he's from, dude? We don't know.
That's crazy.
We know nothing about his
there's some
land,
dude
bro.
just training in the mountains, getting ready for war for somebody. It's like
Since
you
they're
don't even know
kids,
their name yet.
probably, right? He said he was
Yeah.
fighting all his brothers and shit. Like, but yeah, man, these are some tough guys, man. I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
but let's talk about the bantam. That's welterweight, and I don't know. Either way, the loser of that fight, there's still some other good fights you can see. Like
Oh yeah,
Whoever wins or loses. I mean, you got Leon Edwards right there. You got Kamaru Usman. Haven't seen that fool. That fool's been doing a lot of podcasts. Kamaru,
definitely a
is he
lot of
gonna fight
podcasts.
or
Andrew
what, bro?
Cejudo. He's talking like he wants to get back in there, but isn't
Yeah,
it Kamaru the one who has like really bad knees?
yeah,
Like his
he
knees are all
does.
jacked up.
Hey, but shit, bro, like you'd be surprised what you can do with bad knees in like wrestling jiu-jitsu, I think. Like to be
Mm-hmm.
honest with you. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like he can be all right. I mean,
Oh, definitely. Well, it's
he's not
just
he
like
doesn't have to run, he'll just kind of
no,
I know, but yeah, his knees are fucked up. He said he has to walk on the grass and shit. Can't walk on the cement.
it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
how did he mess up his knees so bad? Was it just from all the wear and tear of just being a fighter, or is it just genetic?
Who knows, man? Yeah, his knees do
Mm.
look kind of weak. Maybe just a lot of running, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully we could get Usman out there because he was. I mean, when he was champ, he was kind of had that aura like no one could beat this dude.
Dude
You
was
know.
dominant. Yeah, he was dominant. But
Mm.
yeah, let's talk about the bantamweight fight. That
Let's get
Pandoja
it.
versus Kai
Asakura.
Asakura from Ryzen. Watched all
Yeah.
that fool's fights too, dude. I
Really?
watched all his
Oh, so
fights,
you just
bro.
had like a straight up study session, just like
Yeah, I got
locking
into
in.
it
That's
late
awesome,
at
bro.
night, bro. I got
Oh
in.
yeah. So what you did?
Ryzen. So this is what I got, dude. And look, now I don't watch anybody else's fucking videos, like, because I know Mighty did a video on him, like a 10-minute video talking about him.
Yeah.
And I don't do that anymore because since we're gonna be on here being analysts and shit, I don't
Yes,
want
sir.
any of that to cloud, like, you know what I mean? So I'm
I
getting
get. I
better
get.
at this, bro.
Nice.
I got notes, man. We're doing some
Yeah,
DC shit
lock
right
it.
here.
Hell yeah.
DC, dog. That's
Hell
what he
yeah, bro.
does. Joe Rogan shit. But yeah,
Let's do it.
this is what I got, bro. Um, let's see, man. I see him as like a volume puncher, bro. He has some like he'll just flood you with fucking punches and combos, like which I saw was nice. These are all the pros. His ground and pound, if he gets you on the ground and mount, that dude's fucking dangerous. He can kill you.
Mhm.
Some of the bad things that I saw about him were he gets caught in like guillotines, and like I saw like 3 or 4 of his matches, they catch him in a guillotine. So I'm like, oh, that's
And
not
did
good
they
if you're
submit
going
him,
against.
or did they
No, he
just get
got
him in
out.
that?
He got out,
Okay,
but
bro.
I'm like, dude, I don't know. And his okay, so in Ryzen they fight, or I believe it's Ryzen. These matches that I saw, they're in like rings, right? They have ropes
Yeah.
and shit.
Right.
So people were kind of pressing him against the ropes, and like he didn't. It seemed like he kind of get that balal on him, like someone to get a balal clinch on him and hold him against the ropes, and
That's right.
Kai didn't
That's
really
right.
know what to do. But see, you
Mhm.
go into a cage,
That's
and if you
completely
get
different.
Pandoja on you, man, oh man, you're gonna have some
Oh my
problems, bro.
gosh.
So
Yeah.
he's gonna have some problems there. If he's the pressure against the fence, he's never gonna see nothing like that. Another thing that I've noticed is that he puts his hands down a lot, bro. Like I see how he fights. He goes like he's like that, but then he
It's like
goes
an
like this,
MVP.
yeah, and then does that, and he's like I don't know if I just like he puts his hands down a lot. I don't know,
Right.
it's like some karate shit or something,
Yeah, it's just
but
a style.
it's cool style, and he's just like that, and I'm just like I don't. To me, I'm like you're leaving you gotta
Your
be.
face open,
I
right?
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he drops it, and then like his takedown defense sucks. So
Hmm.
that's what I've got out of him. And to be honest with you, like I wasn't too impressed with I wasn't impressed with Kai, bro. I saw a lot of his fights, and I
Really?
wanted to like him because my son is also named Kai. I'm like, oh, this is fucking cool, but
Okay.
I'm not impressed with him, dude. Pandoja's a fucking beast, dog. I don't know. Like I ran through some of like a lot of his fights. That
Mhm.
guy ain't no fucking joke. His takedowns are fucking brutal. Like Kai's never seen anything like this. Like the way like Pandoja takes people down. He's got some heavy ass hands. He knocks people out, dude. And he knows how to find he can find your back easy. Um fucking had some fucking crazy ass fights with Brandon Moreno. Like
That's the one that
that
really got
battle.
me into the
Yeah.
UFC. That fight. Were you able to watch that fight
Oh
entirely?
yeah. I just watched it again.
It
Yeah.
was, bro. I watched
Yeah, it was
that one.
crazy
I
fight.
watched that
Yeah.
one all the time. I did feel like Brandon Moreno. I mean, I'm biased, because I'm a Brandon Moreno fan, but I feel like
Yeah, it's true.
Brandon
Yes.
Moreno was piecing him up. But so maybe there's some room for Kai to do some work on stand up. But you made a great point about him not just being in the octagon because
Yeah.
Pantoja, he was able to get that win because he was able to get some takedowns and use the cage work to just hop on Moreno and really just secure the rounds. So I'm not sure how the rules are different from Rizin in the UFC when it comes to the time and stuff, but that's going to play a big factor in the match. So yeah, I don't know why I just like completely forgot that he wasn't going to be in a ring, because that's a big part of Pantoja's game, and it's like a title fight. Like this dude's his first fight in the UFC. It's going to be a title fight. The pressure is going to be on the line. Everybody's going to be watching, and it's like you have to kind of adapt and learn during the fight if he wants to be able to win those exchanges on the ground, those takedown defenses. But I do feel like Kai has the stand-up advantage.
Yeah,
so if he's able to get some clean
Yes.
shots, get Pantoja wobbling, Pantoja has a tough chin, but
Yes,
he
he
does
does,
get
yeah.
days once he gets rocked. The things start moving around. It's like hard to control, but once he gets the opponent on the ground, that's kind of his home. So
Yeah.
he's got to stay away from that ground game. But we'll see, man. Now I'm getting even more excited just talking about it, because it is stylistically it's a good matchup too.
It is, yeah. It's just I don't know what Kai's gonna do once he's got Pantoja blasting a double leg against him against the fence. Because even if he doesn't get the double leg, now you're up against the fence. You never even felt that before.
No.
You're in a ring where you're getting pushed against the ropes, and the ref is saying get away from the ropes. So it's like the cages. To me, it's like
you gotta work.
Motherfuckers win titles for that shit. Like that's what Bilal does. Like that's what a few of these guys do. So, and then Kai's over here. Let me tell you real quick. Kai's like, yeah, I've been doing a lot of wrestling. I'm like, just by you saying that means that you don't got a lot of wrestling, bro. So he's exposing himself. So I'm like, I see all this shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
there's no way. Bet the house on Pantoja.
Bet the house, dog. Damn, dog. Right, I'm gonna have to fade that. I honestly think if Kai, I'm gonna go with Kai. I mean, I'm a root for him. When I'm watching the fight, obviously I would want to see it from like a biased point of view. I mean, not a unbiased point of view, and just see the fight where it goes. But sometimes I catch myself kind of rooting for one guy and the other, and I don't know how these announcers do it.
I know, yeah.
I don't know how they call the fight and just not and keep it like even. It's hard for me, but I have to kind of like, okay, it's let's see where it goes, instead of just like, oh, getting hyped up.
But yeah, so you're gonna go with Kai? I don't know. It's hard for me to say no against Pantoja, because like I don't even think Kai can beat Brandon Moreno, bro. Like,
yeah, no, that's a good take, because that's a tough one too.
I don't know. We'll see. Hey, but you know what they can do in Rizin? They can throw those they can do those soccer kicks. They can do some other kind of crazy stuff, which Kai has. He liked to use that kind of stuff. He'll kick somebody in the head on the ground. I've seen that. So a few things you won't be able to do. He would throw the knee to what UFC. Well, we can do the knees, right? Defenseless opponent or whatever.
Yeah,
you can throw knees now, right? You don't have to have a hand on the ground. You can just kind of.
Yeah, there was a lot of rules when it came to that. Now there came more, which I feel like is probably a good look for the UFC, just as an entertainment value, because you would want to see those types of things. But if you're a fighter, just like seeing Oliveira and Chandler getting those hits in the back of the head, I don't know if it's the best for their health.
Oh man, I'm having flashbacks of that. The fucking punches to the back of the head. That was terrible.
I was insane, dude. I'm like, bro, you could give this guy some brain damage, like for sure. And there was a lot of them too. It wasn't just like, oh, just two hits in the back of the head. It was like fucking 17.
Yeah. Oliveira definitely lost his wallet in that fight. After, and he came out trying to go to the snack bar after that one, bro. He's like, give me some water and a Rice Krispie. Fuck, I don't know. Then they get a full fucking Joe Rogan interview after that. Imagine taking 30 shots to the head, and then Rogan, hey, what did you think? Take a look at that. You're taking significant strikes.
If I don't get sleep, bro. I could barely. And imagine you getting in a fight. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they're used to it.
That's amazing, bro. Like that shows you what kind of athletes these guys are. Fuck, that shit's insane. Hey, who else is on the card, dude? Your boy Crone. Ice Cream Crone. You're getting me into him, man, with your last YouTube video you put out was fucking phenomenal. It's got like, I don't even know, 20K views. Big ups to that, bro. That video was legit. I was like, damn, you made this shit fucking documentary.
Damn, bro. I mean, I got most of the footage online, but just kind of talking about Crone, because I've been kind of you know, getting into more of the jujitsu space, and Krone's a big name in jujitsu, and his upbringing is it's tough, dude. It's not an easy one. Being the son of some damn samurai, it's like got to
Of
live up to that
Dixon.
name. Yeah, of Rickson Gracie, he's like 450-0. If you guys don't know who Rickson Gracie is, he fought in
Insane.
Japan. He did Vale Tudo, and all the rules are kind of different. And all the research that I've been doing, watching a bunch of Krone's videos, Krone just wanted to fight in Japan. He wanted to do his thing. He felt like it was going to adapt to his game better. 10-minute rounds. He felt like that in Japan they valued martial arts more over there rather than over here in the United States, which I do agree with. I feel like a lot of the Japanese audience really appreciates kind of the finer details of the martial arts. You know, when they pass the guard, they clap. They're very quiet. Rampage also talks about it as well.
Yep.
Kind of the fans in Japan, and so once he came back to over here to the UFC, he had one fight against Alex Caceres. He got the win in the first round, and then there was some. He didn't get a following fight afterwards. There's a couple year break in between fights. Then it started getting there was more controversy with his style approach. He had a fight against Cub Swanson. He went to war with him, bro. But it was just like he didn't really adapt kind of his game plan. He was more, still trying to get the guy to the ground. So it's gonna have to be different against Bryce Mitchell. And then he also had a third fight. I'm forgetting his the opponent's name. But he didn't even throw any strikes in that one. He didn't throw any strikes, and then he had an Instagram post after the fight saying that he got some bad advice. He was trying to represent the jiu-jitsu name, and he was really trying to show kind of the just jiu-jitsu, not anything else. And now, from what I've seen online, the kind of video that I made is like he's embracing kind of the martial arts aspect instead of what the family traditionally represented of just jiu-jitsu. They used to do all these Gracie challenge videos, and they're only fighting jiu-jitsu against karate, against judo, against wrestlers. But now he's like, my family, my dad doesn't understand, my grandfather wouldn't understand. And now it's like, using more than just jiu-jitsu, because nowadays, bro, you gotta have jiu-jitsu, boxing, all this stuff. You gotta be able to freaking be a damn fucking airbender to step in there, like straight up. So, yeah, you gotta do all everything, everything, all the elements. So it's I'm excited to see it. Bryce Mitchell got knocked out against fucking what's his name, Josh Emmett, like the first round.
Oh yeah.
He thought he died. He was twitching.
Holy shit!
It's like he couldn't even stand up. So I think a lot of people are hating, saying that Krone doesn't deserve to be on the main card. Which is, it's not really up to the people. I mean, it's really what Dana White, really wants, or whoever makes the matches. But I think it's a good opportunity for both fighters, because Krone, he hasn't really fought that much, and Bryce Mitchell just got knocked out. So they're really trying to prove themselves to make sure they're still in it. And it kind of seems like it's one of those, just like whoever wins is really going to stay as a fighter.
Yo, yeah, man, you know me, I'm all for the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
Like to see Ice Cream Krone. I've been watching some of his videos, some of his old interviews. We watched his fights. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of forgot about him for a while. He's not a big social media guy. And then he's coming back. I'm like, oh, that's freaking dope. So, hey, man, let's hope he gets the W. Oh yeah, real quick, man. Shavkat and Ian, like, who you got in that fight?
I'm gonna go with Shavkat.
Yeah,
just because I kind of enjoy his style a little bit more. Just really aggressive. There was a clip I seen online of Shavkat getting rocked. Like he was almost done. Like he got clipped, and the dude got on top of him, and he was just literally just trying to, he's doing what Shavkat does to everybody else. But Shavkat stood in there, and he fought that battle, bro. Like in the deepest of waters, and he was able to fucking submit the other dude or knock him out. So he was able to beat him, and it was a fight a long time ago. So I really like seeing that kind of those fighters that use their heart and just kind of just keep on going no matter what. And I think Shavkat kind of represents that well. So I think he would be a very entertaining champ as well if he's a champion. And any fight will be entertaining, seeing that dude get in there with anybody.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick. I'm picking Shavkat on that one. And then you said you got Kai. I got Pantoja.
Yeah, I got beef with Pantoja because he had that fight against Moreno.
I know.
That's what it is, man. But I
know. Yes.
I like seeing Pantoja fight too. He's a black belt. He does his thing. I think after the fight with Moreno, he's talking about he moved out from Brazil and he was living with his mom and maybe his dad's not in the picture and he was asking his dad, "Are you proud of me now?" It's like that stuff is
Crazy.
still super cool to see, you know. Cool to
Yeah.
see all that the stories and um I just I just try to watch the fight as entertainment, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I didn't. I'm telling you, dude, I did not like Pandoja. After the Moreno, the 2 times, bro. I hated him. I hate him, bro. I know, but fuck, man. Sometimes you can't deny,
no, you
the
can't deny
champion's
talent or
greatness, talent.
no,
Yeah. So
no.
I'm just like, I'm just watching him. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if Kai's ready for this, but damn, they sure are testing him from the fucking right off the rip, bro. I'm just like,
Yep.
damn, this is crazy. But on that card, I noticed I didn't even know freaking the heavyweight fight. Ciro's on there. Ciro
Cyril
Gang
gone? Yeah,
gone.
gone or Gain? I don't know. John
Gang
Jones says
gone.
Gain. A lot of people say Gain. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you got fucking guillotined by fucking Jones in like 10 seconds. Jones
Yeah,
trained for
first
like
round.
5 years to become a heavyweight just for that shit. He's just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Yeah, that
John
was
said he
crazy.
wasn't even happy or like
Yeah,
kind of like he was like
it's
underwhelmed.
disappointing. So yeah, he's going against I don't even know who, bro. I mean, who's even going
You
against?
looking it up real quick? Because
Yeah,
yeah, the heavyweight fights, man, I just feel like John Jones, Aspinall, Stipe. Now he's done. So it's just like there hasn't been like a really dominant heavyweight in a long time. Like someone like Cain Velasquez, just straight up.
Dominic Reyes is on that fight too, but
Oh
he's
right, man.
been he almost controversial that he probably beat Jones. A lot of people say so.
Do you agree or no? Because from the clips
It
I've
was
seen, it was not an easy fight for John at
yeah,
all.
it was close, man. I think it could have went either way,
Mm,
but to beat someone like Jones, you got to put him out. I mean, because he's such a big name fighter. I think that's just the way the judging goes. You know what I mean?
right, makes
Oh, let's
sense.
see, Cyril Gang. He's going against Bibbs. No, who the fuck? Volkov?
I think it is someone with the V, some like Russian guy.
Yeah, Volkov.
Hmm.
Some guy named Volkov, guys. I don't know. Whatever, but yeah, man. And you got Dominic Reyes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean,
We also have Aljamain Sterling on the card too.
oh yeah, that's
I think that's why
interesting.
people are complaining that he's not on the main card. He's a former champ, and now he's like on the prelims. And it's just crazy what the UFC does, bro. Just like one day you're champ, next day you're on the damn prelims. Like what?
How's yeah? I mean, and the Pandoja and Kai. I mean, I understand it's a title fight, so yeah, it's got to be the main. Because I'm like easily that Shavkat and Ian can be a. I think that can be a main event. I
Mm.
mean, it's pretty close. Oh yeah, here it is. Cyril Gang, Alexander Volkov. Oh yeah, I remember this guy, Volkov. Let's
Mm.
see his last fights. A bunch of people. I just fucking heavyweight division is kind of whack, bro. To be honest with you,
That's what I was saying, man. It's like we haven't really seen
ain't no
someone just
big
come in.
stars. Yeah,
Not yet, not yet.
it's
Hopefully we
it's
can get
building.
something.
It's building. Aspinall's net is pretty much superstar now. Oh, you
It's like,
got Anthony Smith versus Dominic Reyes. That's hilarious.
oh really?
Yeah.
Anthony Smith.
We can't do it.
That's all right. That's all right.
Fuck it. But yeah, Anthony Smith, man, fucking analyst. Yeah, we'll
Great.
see. But yeah, man, what's up with the I guess jiu-jitsu and the UFC, man? Moving
Yeah,
forward, you got Mikey
they're
Musamenchi.
signing Mikey for kind of their first star. I guess I think
Yeah.
we're gonna start seeing a bunch of people sign, switch over. Maybe we'll
Mm-hmm.
start seeing Cade Rotolo. Maybe that's the way he gets in. Maybe he signs with the
Is
UFC
that is that
through the
is that
jiu-jitsu and
voiding his contract?
shit. I don't
Is he
know.
with one? Yeah.
It is with one. It seems like one's shaky right now, man. Like a
One
lot of people
shaky.
are leaving. Um, yeah, it's just hard to fight for these promotions who haven't really built a solid name like the UFC. So you got
I'm
the
hoping
NBA.
one sells their shit to UFC.
That would be a good move. One gets
Damn.
paid. UFC really takes over the monopoly, and everybody just filters through that main system of the UFC. I
That'd be
think,
sick.
and that's what we're seeing with jiu-jitsu. maybe now we're not going to see all these tournaments. Now we're just going to see UFC kind of just completely snowball into this huge ass thing. And it's like, damn, like who
I hope
knows?
so. I hope so. Imagine they sign fucking Craig Jones or
They
some
can.
shit.
They can. They could sign
Yeah,
Craig Jones. They could sign Nicky Rod. They could sign maybe Gordon Ryan. You know, I
that would
know
be
they do a
sick.
lot of who's number one. They do ADCC. But if the UFC is able to incorporate even like a tournament through the UFC name, more people are going to watch. Everybody knows who the UFC is. Instead of, you got CJI, you really have to use the money to get the people in the $1 million tournament. But if you get a UFC kind of and make it a big event, not just like some damn weekend, turn to channel 7, tune in, like make it like build it up, and actually have these main events, these tournaments, add some stakes on the line, and
Mm-hmm.
people will just start gravitating, just getting into that kind of system of the UFC. And I think that could be the move. If one sells, that could be a thing.
I was randomly yeah, like you said, if you can get some UFC fighters to get in there, do their show off their jiu-jitsu skills on some of those
Mhm.
cards, it would be pretty dope, which they're probably going to do. Because I feel like some of these fighters can do both. They can do a jiu-jitsu match and then go fight an MMA
Or get
fight,
former UFC fighters in.
that too. I was like randomly late at night, bro. I was like going through YouTube on my fucking reels or whatever the fuck they call it on there.
Shorts, yeah.
Shorts. And dude, I saw this Dracus Duplessis. He was in a jiu-jitsu tournament, like a quintet style thing, and he took out a whole Gracie Baja team, bro. I don't know. I was like,
What?
I was like, am I
How not?
dreaming? I just went
Yeah.
to sleep, bro. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was literally like, and then Dracus is like, yeah, I just used full brute force and I beat the whole team. I was like, what? And I just
What
fell
the
asleep.
fuck?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I just went to sleep. I thought it was fake, and I was like, which guy's from Gracie Bar? Like,
Yeah.
but he's like, yeah, 5 people. He's just like, yeah, brute force. I had to use my brute force. I was tired.
That's
I had
all
a
he
match.
uses. That's all he uses, bro.
Yeah, fucking hella juice to the gills, bro. And all the other guys on the Baja, they didn't. A lot of the guys are kind of a lot smaller. Like he was
I've
fucking just
never even
yoked.
heard of that, dude. Like I
Yeah,
haven't even seen it.
yeah. Look
You might
into
have
it,
to
man.
send
That,
that to
that
me.
shit
I'll
was
look into it
weird,
for sure.
bro. That I was like, what the fuck is he doing in a jiu-jitsu tournament?
Yeah, there was like Hamzat too was like grappling with Armin, like on a Russian reality show. Did you see
Oh
that?
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
It's like
that was
what?
cool.
Like yeah, it's like maybe you could get fight. A lot of UFC fighters they just want to get paid at the end of the day. If they do jujitsu, I mean, it would be probably better for their health.
Yeah,
But you could probably incorporate both. You get some. I mean, even like the retired fighters. You get Uriah Faber or Chad Mendez. Get them in there. Throw them in the mix.
yeah.
Have them go against Mikey Musumeci or something. It's like
Mm-hmm.
who else wouldn't want to see that?
Yeah, that would be dope. Those are all good names right there, bro.
For sure.
Shit. But yeah, man. I guess we'll start wrapping it up. I don't know if you want to talk about anything real quick.
Do we have any questions on the IG live or anybody
I don't know,
tuning
man.
in? Just check it out. We could maybe end it off with a little Q&A if anybody's
Yeah, man.
tuned
I
in.
can see I can actually see the chat. I think I see the chat here. It's like freezing up. Yeah, there's a couple people in there.
Awesome.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, drop a question here. Hold on, let me see. Nothing yet.
Yeah, man, I'm excited though, man.
Yeah, 310 should be dope this Saturday. See what happens. Nothing really moving on the John Jones and Aspinall.
Yeah,
Nothing
news
yet.
right?
No news on that. Connor's fucking up. We'll see. I believe, you know what? I believe he can come back from this, dude. Like I said, there's been celebrities, there's been basketball players, like they've come back from cases like this, but it's a rough case, bro, dude. Just the rape and sexual abuse kind of, it's fucking brutal, man. It's not easy.
It's hard to come back from those types of things. It's like Drake can get dissed, and nobody's gonna listen to his music anymore. Like there's real people who just won't listen to Drake anymore. And it's like, if Conor were to fight, would there be no supporters? Or I don't know. I don't know if anybody has bounced back from that specifically, like especially as a UFC fighter. But it's definitely going to take a lot of work and maybe some like community service or something. Like maybe help out some kids and maybe you just help out the community just to build your name back up. But just being in a situation like that, it's like it's not looking good. You know, he got dropped from proper 12, from what you told me, and it's like what,
Yep.
like this damn Green Goblin getting dropped from his company, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I built this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fucking dropped them, dude. Built the whole company.
yeah,
I mean, I hate to say it, but Kobe, dude. Kobe had some crazy allegations back in
yeah.
the day,
I think
man.
yeah, that was
Rape, man. That was
right.
wild. He stayed with his wife too. Like that shit was, but he
Yeah,
denied it right to the core. He denied it.
he did.
He did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he said it was consensual, right?
Yeah, he said he's like I remember seeing the clip. He's like I'm sorry for committing the act of adultery, and it's like,
Mm.
was it
So
consensual? Was it not? And it's like up for debate. You know, a lot of people. I think Ari Shafir has a strong statement against Kobe Bryant about that type of stuff. So it's like,
yeah.
you know, a lot of people feel different ways about, you know, Kobe in general, and just like being in the spotlight, being an athlete. You know, eyes on you. A lot of people kind of would judge the
Mhm.
person. You know, and you know, I mean, for doing something like that, obviously gonna be some repercussions, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot harder to like having someone across the street, you know, deal with that, and then have someone be a star athlete deal with that. It's
Yeah.
a different thing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people, especially women, hated Kobe for a long time. Some still
Right.
do,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I feel like people move forward. I mean, he apologized. I mean, got to think about the women too, but
Right.
a lot of, you just never know. Also, like these guys, they have so much money, and women try to like get that money from them, and so
Yeah, we got that
there's
situation
that
too.
factor too. But shit, the way Connor's been acting lately, dancing with midgets out there, the McNugget, just slapping girls on the
It's not
ass,
a
bro.
good look, man.
It's not a good look, man.
It's not a good
Like
look. So
out there looking like
something
Stone
needs to
Cold
change.
and shit. I want to see
Yeah.
the old school Connor, man, come back, bro.
A lot of people say he's long gone, and it's like I don't know how that works. Like, you know, seeing your past self, um, you know, just kind of see where you were, and then kind of see where you are now. It's like maybe it's harder to get to that place because it took so much work to get there. But maybe you can. You know, maybe it's not like the end of the road. I feel like it just
Mhm.
depends what Connor wants.
Dude, I say that he moves back to his old hood in Ireland, move to like apartment, get rid of everything, bro, and just lock in,
Wow,
shave his head. Then by the
move
time he
to the
comes back,
mountains.
yeah, it's the only way, dude. It's the only way. But yeah, fucking all those Dagestani people are on his ass, bro.
Yeah,
DC's
it's,
on his ass. Everybody, bro. They're just like everyone's ganging up on him, bro. And
yeah.
it's gonna be tough. But I think he can come back, man. Give him like what, like maybe like end of the year, dude. If he
Mhm.
plays his cards right. But
Right.
nobody's gonna want him to see him on a yacht anymore, doing stupid shit,
No,
coked out. He's gonna have to be reborn, bro. He's gonna have to
for
like
sure.
fucking get
Find something.
baptized by
Yeah,
somebody,
just like
dude.
go to the monk temple and straight up
Yeah.
change something because
He's gonna have to do
whatever's going on right now is not
it's
the
not the
formula.
move. Yeah.
No.
But yeah, man, I guess we'll probably wrap it up. Get ready to go
Yeah,
train.
oh, yeah,
First live.
that was
But
dope, man. Actually, you know, I thought
yeah,
everything was
man.
pretty cool, man.
But yeah, man. Catch y'all the next episode.
Next app. Yep. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. Let me end the stream.